Welcome to HBTV. It is great to get started with another season for you all, and I'm excited. My name is John Woosley, and I'm joined here in the booth by the football commentator himself, Mr. Jonathan Borsch, and he's been warming up all summer. He's ready to go. We have game number 2 of our Swordsmen Kickoff Classic here at Hammond Baptist. These are your Swordsmen in black and the City Baptist Overcomers in red. John, always an interesting game when these two face off.
Yeah, two of those teams that doesn't matter really the year or sometimes even the players. It's just going to be a battle.
Yeah.
But always a fun one to watch, that's for sure.
This is David Fernandez in the middle, junior, and John is going to have to be a leader on this team.
Yeah.
He really is.
He's got the soccer smarts to do it, and he's got the skill. And I believe, if I'm correct in the way they set up, they're going to run a lot of offense through him.
Yep.
So a lot of playmaking, but some shots will fall to him as well. And so, yeah, he's looking to take a big step this year. He had a big part in the team last year. I believe he was a wing, though, so a slightly different position for him. But a key part of this offense for sure.
Here's Ivan Marquez on the ball, and he just takes out number 8 there for the Overcomers. Gets called for the penalty there. That's number 8, John Cortez, a junior. Ivan Marquez, new to the school this year, and excited to see him playing out there. And a big pickup for the Swordsmen.
Now, did he play – I remember his name, but obviously he's new to the school here. Did he play last year for a different team? No.
Oh, he did. He played for Casa de Gracia.
Yeah, that's
year.
what I thought.
You're right.
But no, yeah, a good pickup. He's playing early on, at least on this near side wing position. And then you've got going across Connor Lemon staying up top. And a lot of offense going to go through him. They're going to aim for him a lot. And then James Creno on that other wing there.
Through ball, here comes Esteban Santos. One touch, a little too hard. Oh, nearly one touch past the goalie. James to clean it up. Booted out by Overcomers.
Yeah, Esteban, good break. Just the touch let him down. Chance is still on for the Swordsmen. I don't know if James was trying to center that to Connor or if he was trying to chip the goalie there. But dealt with by Gallardos,
the keeper,
the junior. Fernandez here with the near side corner. Swinging in, looking for a teammate, and finds the wrong team. And we'll do it again. John just looking out over the field there. You can kind of see where he's aiming. Connor is kind of taller than everyone out there, so if we can find his head, they're just not quite.
Ooh, James nearly poked it in. Connor as well, John. I think of David and I think of Connor, and in my mind, I know it's been a year, but those guys are still sophomore and freshmen. You know, and now to see him as a sophomore and a junior, as David skies that one over. This really is, man. These guys are good players. David, Connor, tall, athletic, quick, and have a lot of soccer skills. So I'm excited just to see that experience start to build up and these guys to become leaders on the Swordsman team.
Yeah, it's fun to see. Last year, of course, we love the seniors, and we think of Jaden. He may – oh, hold on. Here's Connor on a break. Giveaway by Overcomers. And he scuffs it to the side. But, of course, Connor Lemon's brother, Jaden. And then you think of Reese Richards, and we'll see his brother Brady at some point today. But lost a couple good players. But a lot of these young guys were on the team last year, and you've got just a lot of experience gained and still overall a very young team.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
John, I don't know how we've gone this long without at least mentioning our producer. Jack Huckins.
I don't know how he hasn't turned our mics off
back
yet.
For another year of HBTV.
Ho! Hey, go! Sorry to interrupt that Jack Huckins tribute. I think the Lord must have wanted it that way. With a goal by the left boot of I didn't even see.
James Carreno.
James Carreno.
The first Swordsman goal of the season.
That is an unbelievable shot. I saw James on the other field after school the other day working on his shot, so he's going to be happy with that one. I asked him the very question. I'm like, he shot one he was shooting from about that range. I'm like, James, are you going to get shots from that? And I'm sure that's he'll remind me of that. But
this is
great first goal.
James' second year here in the school, man. He is just fit right in, got a great spirit.
Yes.
Certainly a sense of humor on that guy. So he's a lot of fun to be around, especially when he's putting in goals for us.
Yes.
Even better.
And here we go again. James is feeling pretty confident, dribbling with the ball. Finds Santos on the near side. He's got time to line up a shot. Right foot. Oh, and he just puts it wide. Maybe sometimes, I didn't play much soccer, Mr. Woosley, but maybe sometimes when you've got a lot of goal looking at you, you can get a bit nervous there, thinking that you should be making it up.
Yeah, certainly the adrenaline kicking in. You got a guy chasing you. It's certainly a different feel, and this is the second game of the season. These guys aren't too used to that yet. But Esteban, a solid player for the Swordsman team. And, in fact, I know it's early in the season. I already kind of battled an injury off, and so we'll keep an eye on him, making sure he's doing okay. We're going to need him as this tournament, 3 games, 2 days. We're going to need him to just to bring it, to get us to that championship game.
Now, last year, if I'm correct, he had a pretty bad injury, right?
Yep.
That didn't allow him to play for the season. But here he is again. Nice pass to Coreno for 2. Just puts it wide. Didn't get clean connection on it. And he's frustrated with himself. He thought he should have done better. But good build-up play by the Swordsmen, caused by another turnover by the Overcomers.
John, that was some smooth passing there by the Swordsman offense.
It was.
And here they go again. James here in the middle. Going to make a push forward. Takes a shot from the 18. James Coreno.
Coreno on the double, John. And
wow.
I don't know what position he's playing, but he's wound up in the center there. And the last 2 goals, really, that time David Fernandez kind of set James up, and then the offense kind of been running through him.
And nearly the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, one with the left foot, one with the right foot.
And now for him, and I think he's a smart enough soccer player to know this, but he's been a threat shooting the ball, and now the more Overcomers that start to come near him, that's just going to open up more opportunities for the other Swordsmen on the front line there.
Yeah. Yeah, and John, that's not a bad thing, really, because our wings here.
Absolutely.
With Connor and Esteban here playing some D. The guy's going at it. That's number 8 there again, John Cortez for the Overcomers. Taking the free kick here, goes long. Overcomers looking to attack here.
And they need to. They haven't had the ball too much, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And I don't know if we mentioned, but we've got some trees back there, John. Elijah Guzman playing on the near side here.
Wow.
As defense, and that was just launched. And David Michalski in the middle. He's played for a few years here, wearing the captain's armband back there. And then Daniel Webb on the far side. But a very strong, a very imposing defense there if you're another team looking at those 3 guys.
Yeah, John, if I'm a forward and I'm looking to get a through ball and I'm racing against Daniel Webb, Dave Michalski, Elijah Guzman, man, it's I don't know. I'd be pretty nervous in that situation.
And you just saw there, I mean, they can do more. Dave just played a beautiful out ball here. Here's Marquez. But not a one-trick pony there, Dave Michalski. And we'll look to see him. Usually he'll get the ball and he'll make a little run and take a wild shot. So we'll look we'll look for that.
He does. He has some wheels, man. So when he gets out and when he's running, he's hard to catch. And Dave, one of those guys, John, that he watches a lot of soccer.
Yes.
So he kind of knows where to be, where other players should be. And I'm looking forward to him kind of being that center of the defense, knowing, man, when he gets the ball, he knows where it needs to go.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we get in the tendency of just kind of booting the ball. Dave will certainly do that at times, but he
in the general direction of a player.
He has some soccer IQ that I'm looking forward to seeing how he can use that for the team.
And there he is, right on cue, working hard. And here he is.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
Absolutely, John. Coreno working through a sea of red, can't get it. But yeah, the overcomers here are just not stringing enough passes together in the offensive zone. They're getting about to where our defense line is holding and not getting much past that. They've booted it a couple times to mark, but not really any significant chances or scares yet. That one came up and caught the hand of number 21, Sergio Villalobos, I believe. I'm doing my best there. Looks like another handball. Here's Carreno. Oh, it's a beautiful through ball. Here's Lemon.
Ooh.
Looking to make things happen. Outside of the box, right foot. And once again, couldn't find the shot, couldn't find the finish.
Swordsmen, obviously coached by Dave Cowling over there. And, John, he's been a good leader for this team in the last couple years. And another guy with a high soccer IQ. And the guys seem to respect him and listen to him. And John has put together several winning seasons here in a row. A new dad, which I'm excited about for him.
Yes.
And man, he was talking my ear off earlier. Just excited to add that new little guy to the family, and so hoping he can bring home the gold with his son watching this time.
Yes,
so, cool.
Absolutely. No, he does a great job. In trouble here, Mark in limbo, not sure whether to come out, but defense of the Swordsmen rallying at least, and looks like offside call by the far referee. Marhalski looking to keep the tempo up, pushing everyone up, kind of scuffs his pass, and here come the overcomers again. Running into Elijah, though. And you are not going to win that battle there. Comes Woozley in the middle, a little outlet pass to Fernandez. He's got a few options. He's going to send Carreno on his way. And just beat to it by the keeper. But a beautiful day here for soccer at Hammond Baptist. If you can make it out, absolutely, we'd love to have you. Got the tournament going on today and then tomorrow as well. And just a fun time.
Yeah, Brother Jack, can we go ahead and throw up that bracket if you get a chance later on so people can take a screenshot of that? Here's the current bracket. Obviously, we're in Game 2. They're kind of towards the middle of your screen. HBV versus City Baptist. Fairhaven and Christian Liberty already played today, and Christian Liberty won pretty handily, John. And if our Swordsmen win, they'll play at noon tomorrow against the winner of a game this evening at 6 o'clock. So if you couldn't make it out to this one, thanks for watching. But maybe plan to be at the noon game tomorrow, and that should be a good one to get to the championship.
Trouble here. Carreno chipped it in, and still Audis on the outside of the box. Finds Fernandez with the right foot, and it's a tame effort. That is his weaker foot. To be clear, he can unleash a shot with it, but that was not the case that time.
Yeah, David's got that sneaky power.
He does.
Like, man, he's not the biggest guy out there, but man, that ball just rifles off his foot. Another one of those guys, John, that brings a lot of spirit to the team, and we'll always have something smart to say or a joke to crack, somebody to make fun of. I've seen him a couple times, just keeping it light out there on the field and encouraging his teammates. And that is something he does do very well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you need that. Need a lot of personalities on a team. He'll give you one.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great look by Carreno. Jacob Bienda working for it. Couldn't quite get there. Yeah, a couple new faces here entering. You've got Jacob Bienda on this near side, number 14. Mark Audis as well, number 15. I believe I saw Isaac Vargas on that far side. Isaac has played goalie in the past. He said that he's not playing goalie this year. You see him on the field. And everyone else looks about the same here. Overcomers looking to make something happen here outside the box. Not quite. And again on the break, here's Fernandez looking to make things happen. All kinds of space for Carreno here. He's got room to dribble. puts a beautiful pass for Lemon, but just called offside on the near side.
Got a good crew of officials working for us today, John. These guys back again, and we seem to have the same ones year after year, but just solid officials. And we'll see them in other schools we go and play, and even public schools. Just a solid group of officials. And normally, John, what I appreciate about them is that before it gets out of hand, they can kind of keep the teams in check.
Absolutely.
I do think that good officials can do that, and so I'm thankful for them. Daniel Webb on the far side. John, you said you described him as trees earlier. I would go for trees or just a brick wall back there.
There you go.
Just a brick wall. Because, man, Daniel Webb is just a stud. In my weight training class, Elijah Guzman, man, he's been hitting the weights. You know that. Dave Murhalski, just a strong, again, and physical guys back there.
Yeah, very, very imposing, and yeah, good group of those three guys. That'll be exciting to see them play. But really, they haven't had too much action yet in this game. A lot of men forward for the Swordsmen. Here's the end on the near side. Finding his way through somehow, and couldn't wrap his foot around the cross. It'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, one freshman listed on this varsity roster, and that's Mark Audis. You see him kind of near side. Number 15 is the number he's wearing. And doesn't look like a freshman, does it, John?
No, it does not. No.
Pushing 5'10", strong, athletic, got a good foot.
Yeah, he's someone we saw last year, John, on the JV team.
Yeah.
And as an 8th grader, and now, and we mentioned it. It's the rule for all sports, but to be able to play, older guys. It's gonna help you. It's gonna help you a lot.
Yeah.
And it really helped him grow. And here he is on the varsity team getting some minutes. Travis Wilson making an entrance to the game. Driving in the box and forcing a corner kick. Looks like Audis will be the one to take it. Mason Wilkerson also in there at the back post. Looks like the Swordsmen have some little type of play. It almost worked.
Oh, Jeff Woosley. Johnny nearly put that in.
Oh, he almost did. Usually seeing a corner play, I don't know if I've seen many work. That actually looked like they did what they wanted to do there.
Yeah.
And you got the header that you wanted, and just a bit too much on it.
John, Jeff got up pretty high there.
He
pretty
did.
high, even over a couple guys.
I know he missed,
Would've
but it
loved to
still
see that.
looked good.
Oh, wow.
Carreno
Oh.
feeling audacious with that one.
Camera could barely keep up with that one, John.
Well, who do we have on the camera there?
We got Ryan Bogus.
Let's give him a shout
The
out.
man, Ryan Bogus, stepping it up. Ryan was a part of our HBTV crew last year, and now a junior.
Hard to believe.
And John, he has just jumped in head first and has been a huge help here at HBTV.
Oh, my goodness. Our shout-outs keep getting interrupted by chances here. Deanda with a screamer of a shot.
Oh.
Here's Vargas, scuffs one right into the middle. It's madness going on in there. Everyone wants a goal. Lots and lots of chances for Swordsman. Audis to inbound. Throw in. Now I'm getting all mixed up here.
Now you're speaking my language there.
Yeah. Here's Carreno, number 6, on the left foot. And a team effort. Goal kick right near Mr. Woosley, your wife, I believe. You want to go tell the keeper to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I will.
Here come the overcomers. But again, running into that defensive line, haven't been able to get too much past there. Travis Wilson putting an end to that. But if you're the overcomers, really, I think you need to spread the field a bit more, and get very bunched up, get your wings out a bit wider, and just see if you can drive at the Swordsmen, see if you can get some possession in the Swordsman half. Up until now, really hasn't happened too much. And John, if you don't have the ball on your offensive side, you're not going to score.
Yeah.
And that's pretty straightforward, but that's the case. Good pass by Michalski to find Otis. Here it is in the middle with Mason Wilkerson. Mason playing some JV last year and really seemed to improve a lot. And now here he is on varsity.
John, he just keeps growing and growing. I feel like every time I see him, he's just a little bit taller. And in the summer, man, I see him like once a week, at church. And, man, I feel like you just an inch a week, pushing 6'3", 6'4". And just guy, either that or his shorts are helping him out too. so that
I think
that does make him look a little taller.
From maybe freshman year or something there. John, that style though I believe is coming back. Whether maybe we can put a stop to it, I don't know. But
I don't know. I think the people would pay good money to see you in shorts. Like
oh
that. There
dear! Now we've done it.
Out of bounds. There's Swordsman. Jake DeAnda, John, another one of those bright spots for the young squad of the Swordsmen. Isaac Vargas, he's heading out right now, but he's seen some improvement. Another sophomore there. As Ivan Marquez comes back into the game, along with Esteban Santos.
2-0 here for the Swords. You want to keep pushing if you're them. Still very, very young team. And you want the experience. You want to work together with your team. And the season just getting underway. They really haven't had much game time yet. So as the second game here, I want to keep pushing, see what you can do.
Good push there by Marquez. Keeper on the far side. There's Mason. Mason, Jeff, Ivan all around the ball. Ivan comes away with it. To Mason, to Jeff. He's on sides. He's got a shot.
Oh,
with a little
Jeff
chip.
Woosley.
Oh, man.
Just wide. But a good little try. Just a little chip shot. The awareness to do that. And we're going to blame that one on the wind there. Just carrying it off the near post here. That's a tricky spot for a goalie. And he didn't necessarily make the wrong play. You certainly don't want to give a wide open chance away, but when you do come out like that, that's just begging for either someone to chip it over your head or all sorts of chances to happen behind you. So if you do come out to play the ball, you better make sure you can get something on it. Here's Woosley on the ball, driving. He's got a few options. Santos in the middle. He finds him. The right foot of Santos. Oh,
oh wow.
Goodness. And the wind going the other way this time.
So unpredictable out there, John.
Oh, you never know.
John, we've had several shots there. Just seemingly a wide open goal just to the right, just to the left. And John, the Swordsman dialed that in. It's 5-0 pretty quick.
Right, absolutely.
So we're getting some good opportunities here.
I would imagine when, again, I haven't played much soccer, but seeing that goalie come out at you, you don't want to hit it right at him. So maybe in your attempt to compensate to the left or right side, easy to push it wide when really, a shot on target is what you want. Like make the goalie do something with it.
Yeah.
But easier said than done. That's why we're up here and they're down there.
Here's Ivan clearing it out. He's got Jake. Jake getting just shoved in the back. That's Angel Rubio.
Yeah, strong play, though, by Jake. And a good little ball. Santos, he's got 2-on-1. He takes his time. Right foot, corner, netting. And that's a goal for Esteban. That really, though, brought about by, you had Marquez clearing the ball, but Jacob DeAnda with his back to goal, holding off the defender there. And driving with the ball, and it was him that played the nice ball to Santos, and Santos from that distance, I don't think he's going to miss that one too much.
Yeah, an unselfish play there. I think that's Jeff with the assist there. A nice, soft little through ball. And, John, sometimes as you're dribbling and you're trying to send somebody, you can just put too much on it, because you're trying to run away from the defender and pass it. And that one just enough on it. And a beautiful finish there by Esteban for sure. 3-0 Swordsman.
Yeah, it's tricky as far as you can pass the ball in the right direction, but if you don't have the right speed on the ball, either number one, you underhit it and the defense gets it, or you overhit it and it's going to the goalie, so to put just the right weight on the ball is a tricky one. Swordsman did it there. Mark getting in on the action. He'll be happy about that. I wouldn't be surprised one of these times he'll just put the ball and start dribbling with it because he does not like standing idle back there. I know that.
John, Mark, I really enjoy Mark Murhalski. His parents, Adam and Tina Murhalski, and his brother Dave there right in front of him. Just a good family. And, John, again, Mark is one of those guys that if you know him, you love him.
Yes.
Walked in the other day with the cowboy hat on. And it's like, Mark, have you ever ridden a horse? He's been on a horse 3 times, and he's wearing a cowboy hat.
But you ask him about that. I believe now.
John Wayne.
I believe he has a horse in Michigan. He was telling me about the other day.
Okay.
So he is a real life cowboy now. Jeff Woosley.
Oh,
bounces in. Boy, if that would have missed, he would have been all sorts of upset there. He just missed one earlier, and I don't know what type of bounce that took, but just snuck in and kind of stayed on the other side of the line there.
Yeah, the swordsmen don't even care. I haven't seen anybody give him a high five there.
Yeah, it's
just another day.
He's very humble.
Another day.
Very humble, Jeff Woosley.
Yeah.
But again, you see when you come out as a goalie, you're asking for problems. And, it does have an upside if you can get the ball. But if you cannot get to the ball, then you've got no business leaving your goal. And we've seen it a couple times, and it's cost the Overcomers.
Far side here, Overcomers making a run. That's Omar Guadarrama. Putting it to the middle, that's Travis Wilson. Travis, John, just solid guy. His parents, Deb and Wes Wilson, just good people. Travis, such a hard worker. And I know he loves basketball. But can hold his own out here on the soccer field, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's one of those motors out there. Here's Connor. It takes a nice little deflection. Jeff can't quite get to it. And see right there, John, that's a good decision by the goalie there to come out and get it. That did stop a chance. But it's a very fine line, and takes a lot of experience to know, when is it going to work to come out and get the ball, or when should I stay back and be the goalie here? So here's Jeff Woosley getting it on his left foot, and that's a save. But Jeff be disappointed with that shot. It's right at him. Swordsman spirit getting ramped up here and ready to go for this tournament. That's under the leadership of Mrs. Stoltmeister. She does a great job. And a lot of girls involved in that. That's good to see. Here's Santos finding Jeff in the middle. And that's 2. 2 for Jeff.
Good work.
2 for James. 4 for the Swordsman.
We got a picture of the whole Swordsman team. And obviously, we're just starting the Swordsman season here. And but Chad Dowdy and his class captured this moment earlier today. Jack Huckins put his little
stamp of approval.
Exactly. The 3D HB logo. Look at that. And those are your 2023 Swordsmen.
Now, Mr. Woosley, I believe we got interrupted earlier on our shout out to our producer.
And here comes James. No, I'm kidding.
And I go. Oh, sorry. We had to interrupt that again for Santos with the shot. Oh, man. Sorry, Brother Jack. We keep trying. James for a hat trick. Nothing. Fernandez, deep shot outside the box. Deflection, Lemon, open goal. Oh, wow. Saved off the line. Did not see that coming. Very clutch defense there.
Yeah, it's number 11 flying in there, Angel Rubio. Sophomore.
And I think we should just wait for every chance that the Swordsmen have and then start saying something about our producer just, and if we get interrupted, it's a shame is the way that works. Brother Jack Huckins, he is just a model
incredible.
person. Incredible. Amazing. Surprisingly fast, both literally and figuratively in his mind. Very quick-witted individual.
Folks, it was about this time last year we had Mr. Borshear and Jack Huckins on the field for a 40-yard sprint.
Lemon hitter.
Wow.
No, don't worry about that sprint. Go Lemon with a header. Assist going to go to Fernandez. A good delivery from the corner spot. Right into a dangerous area. Found the tallest head, number 21, Connor Lemon. Putting 5 on the board in the first half for the Swordsmen.
John, it seems to run in the family there. Jaden, again, just tallest guy out there on the field, crazy athletic, could jump, and he would look for those headers all day. Normally that's Reese Richards, from the corner, or even Dave Fernandez here, finding him, Joe Cowling, finding him, and now to see Connor, man, following right in those footsteps.
Yes.
It's going to be a long season for some opposing teams trying to keep Connor at bay there.
And fun to see Jaden. There he is on the far the sideline helping coach. Owen Coffey as well. Not in the 1 year older than Jaden. As a deep shot saved, but out for a corner. But a number of those guys. Joe Woosley as well, the coach of the junior varsity team. But great to see them come back and helping out. And showing their support for the guys, for the school. And the guys absolutely love them, love being with them. Good examples for them to see. Here's Coreno with the corner. The right foot, just a different look than that from David Fernandez. And the left foot. And that's the ball's going to spin a different way. Right-footed guy from this near corner. The ball's going to naturally kind of spin into the offense there. And left foot from Fernandez kind of spin toward the goal. Just provides a different look and run some different plays from it. Here's Marquez bowling his way through the field. Taken away, but not past Santos here. And cleared up the field only as far as Dave Michalski. Looking to send Isaac on his way, far side. Here comes Vargas. And a good little find right in the middle to Fernandez. Pass over to Marquez. Here's Santos working for the ball. Good little battle going on this near side. Coreno looking for Vargas. Just beaten away by the keeper. But right back at it. The overcomers not finding much respite here from the attack.
John James is a feisty little guy out there.
He is.
Man, he is just hounding. If anybody has the ball near him, man, he just pestering him. Oh, David with the fancy footwork.
Oh, and a beautiful
and
find. Oh, Vargas.
Off guard. And offsides.
All of the offs there. And again, to review, we'll give you a quiz from last year if anyone remembers what offsides is. It's a tricky one. But the bottom line here is you as an offensive player without the ball, you cannot be behind that last defensive player. You cannot, not including the goalie there. And the whole reason of offsides is to avoid cherry pickers, John. We don't want that in soccer. So you can't just stand at the other end of the offensive side there waiting for the ball. You've got to be behind that last defender. And, of course, when the ball is played, you can run past, go get it. But we've seen that offside call a few times, and it's a tricky one, especially if you're a guy with not as much experience. Tricky to watch out for.
Yeah, for sure. Here's Travis Wilson. Loses it, overcomers. John, you said it before. They just need to pick up on their possession. Just you got to give the credit to the Swordsmen, and we're hounding the ball. We're chasing them. We're chasing after them, taking it away. But certainly to retain some possession is just crucial. Just crucial.
And credit to the Swordsmen, up a number of goals, still getting after it.
Yeah.
And you never want to be lackadaisical no matter what the score is. Number one, you can lose some goals that way, but going into that next game, you don't want to create a bad habit for yourself. Here's far side with Wilkerson back in the game. Looking for David there, couldn't quite find him. That's just a very aggressive midfield there with David and with James.
John, I'd love to see these midfielders drop it back to the defense a time or two. We haven't seen that at all. Just to spread those overcomers out just a little further, draw them back just a little more. Only because I know we're gonna need that in these coming games. Ivan, man, just nearly tackling Heido there, number 4 for the overcomers. Guys hit the ground hard there. Looked to be okay. Swordsman ball. David Fernandez with it.
Yeah, absolutely. To play the ball back, it's gonna save some possession for you, give you some more opportunities. But the worry there is if one of those defensive guys makes a mistake, then then you are setting up.
Yeah, but
the overcomers.
Yeah, and what better time to practice than
Sure, absolutely.
Up 5-6-0. Here's Mason far side. Just about 2 minutes to go here in the half. And again, this is game number 2 of our Swordsman Kickoff Classic. Here's Ivan Marquez. Deflected. And Swordsman retain possession. Here's James Carreno. James Carreno. John, we pitched up some questions to our Swordsman players. And what do you think James Carreno's last meal, if he had to have a last meal?
You want me to guess?
We'll guess for it. There's Esteban
After a goal.
adding to another.
I believe that's his second. We've got a few guys hunting a hat trick here. Hat trick, 3 goals. All right, so you're asking me.
James Carreno, last meal, he said, out of everything, out of all the food. Do you want to guess? Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Give me a guess. Give me a guess.
So you're saying, no, I'm confused on the question. Like
Your
the last meal that he actually ate, or if he had to pick one meal?
If he had to pick his last meal.
Okay. Oh, boy.
James Carreno. Now, you know James.
Carreno. I do know James. You know what I'm going to say? I don't think he picked this.
Go ahead.
But he loves getting in the workout room. I'm going to say he would just his favorite protein shake. That is my answer.
That's a terrible last
That's
meal.
a terrible.
Out of all the guys on the team, nobody put a protein shake.
Well,
would that be your last meal?
Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely not.
He put his mom's cooking.
That's a terrible answer in his own right.
But
I mean,
for a teenage guy, John, to say, man, I'm going to pass up a steak. I'm going to pass up any burger I can go out and eat. I'm going to pass up any restaurant, and I just want whatever my mom's going to put on my plate. I don't know. I need to meet this lady. I've never met her. I don't think I've met James's mom.
That or he couldn't think of any of the things that you just said there. I mean,
oh, there's that too. I could see that being James's case. He did put I don't know for a couple questions.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to ask him after this. I bet it would be his mom's cooking.
It's his favorite meal
a protein
from his mom.
shake on the side. I stick by my answer. And there's the half.
7-0, John, going into the half. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes for our second half of play. Again, this is game number 2 against your Swordsmen and the City Baptist Overcomers. John Moosley, John Borsch, Jack Huggins behind the controls, Ryan Bogus bringing you the live camera action, and we're thankful to you for joining us here on HBTV. We'll be back here in, I said 10 minutes. Looks like they put about 5 minutes on the clock. We'll be back here in about 5 minutes. Noise. Welcome back to HBTV. This is the second half of game number 2 of our Swordsman Kickoff Classic here at Hammond Baptist. Swordsman with a very comfortable lead. And my name is John Woosley, and I'm joined here once again by Mr. Jonathan Borsch. And Mr. Borsch, we got Josh Barajas watching from home, and one of the biggest Swordsman fans, and one of my favorite people.
Josh is just simply the best, and he knows everything there is to know about the Cubs. If you have a Cubs question, you just go to Josh, and he will help you. I was walking over with him from Chapel the other day, and he was telling me, all about the Cubs and, where they were at in the standings and who they needed, who they were playing, who they needed to beat next. And he was making me feel pretty bad. I didn't know much of anything. So, no, he's just the best.
Oh, interesting push there as we have some just position changes, John. We got David Marhowski there.
Yeah, I didn't know where our offense was and our defense was. We're just making a real Mod Podge off of this. Is that what word am I looking for there? I think I had it.
Yeah, I think that's Mod Podge. Everything's thrown together there.
Okay. But Dave Marhowski in the center of attack up there. And Travis Wilson taking over his duty in the middle back here. Jeff Woosley tripped up. And if you're looking for Jeff, just look for the neon cleats there. And he's the only one. He kind of matches those ref shirts pretty good there. Oh, and that's a nice searching ball to DeAnda up there. It's going to cause a corner.
Jake, obviously his brother Zeke DeAnda on the team last year as a senior. His other brother Sam DeAnda down in Florida for college. And always enjoy seeing Sam when he's in town. And Jake, I think probably maybe a little bit bigger than Zeke and Sam, especially just as a sophomore, I'm saying. And pretty athletic. Sam was a nice, he played a little bit of soccer. Zeke played a little bit of soccer, but Jake here as a sophomore, an important role there on the offense for the Swordsmen.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see him this year. In a very talented class, a sophomore class. Woosley takes away the ball. There he is on the far side, looking to drive at the overcomers. Running into a whole bunch of red there. And the defense really of the Swordsmen not been too involved here. They've oh, hold on. Here is Marquez just wide. And he's upset he couldn't add one to the tally there. But the Swordsman defense really not doing too much. They're holding their line and have made a few stops and then just go back to their spot and wait a while. And the overcomers haven't tested them too much. And Mark's kind of just wandering around back here in the goal, waiting for something to happen. No doubt he wants to make a diving save. He likes getting his jersey dirty. He may just start diving just for practice down here in a second.
John, that would be just like him.
Yes.
Just like him.
Now, Mr. Woosley, I don't know if you remember the other day, he was getting us in the workout room and showing us some of his forearm exercises. And it was impressive what he was doing.
Yeah, Mark's a strong guy. And John, he at the beginning of the summer, he said he benched 185. And
okay.
For those of you that work out, I mean, he's a sophomore. 185 is solid. And he told me, he said, by the end of the summer, I'm going to bench 225.
Really?
And I said, what do you think I said?
Good luck.
I said, no way.
There's
no way
really?
You're putting up 225 by the end of the summer.
Little faith.
185 to 225, that's a big jump.
Absolutely.
And John, he did it.
Really?
He did it. Put up 225. That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
I think he weighs maybe
just
140, 150.
Yeah, just because you can bench 400 pounds, don't act like 225 is something to laugh about. Come on
it's
now.
425, okay. So.
Okay, yeah, sorry. But I can spot that much weight, just so the crowd knows. I have spotted Mr. Woosley
man,
on his benching.
If I could bench 425, that'd be incredible.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're not even close to that.
Nope. But Mark, 225 as a sophomore, that's solid.
That's outstanding.
And he is. He's always looking for something to do. And man, he was buying all kinds of gloves, his new goalie jerseys. I feel like every time he got a paycheck this summer, man, he would come back that next Monday with like, man, I'm looking at this and this. I got these new socks and this goalie jersey. But he's excited about soccer.
Yes.
Loves soccer. John, you read his favorite soccer player there a minute ago. Was he a goalie?
Uh-oh.
His favorite soccer player?
Yeah, I believe he said Robin Van Persie. No, he was not. I believe he was a forward. And I want to say...
Oh, he did say he's retired. He's not even a current player.
Yeah, he played for, I think, Mark's favorite team, Manchester United. I think he was a Dutch player, I want to say.
This says Chelsea. Oh, wait, no, this says his favorite team is Chelsea. Gotcha.
Okay.
Favorite player, Robin. Gotcha. Interesting. But not a goalie.
But he was not a goalie, no.
Well,
so
he's
got some attacking instincts in him too, Mark. We might see him with that neon shirt up with his brother Dave in a second here. But the Marhalski boys, now I don't remember this. Maybe if you're listening live, you'll remember. Mr. Woods, I don't remember what grade school team the Marhalskis played for. Now,
you know, I got it right here.
Okay.
Alpha.
Alpha. You know, now if you don't know the world of Hammond Baptist grade school sports, then you are missing out on a family, really. I will tell you right now, I'm a Kappa man through and through, orange all the way, and I'm sitting next to really our arch rivals and the arch rival of really everybody. Just no one liked Gamma.
Oh man!
And I'm sitting next to
a
Gamma alumni, the red Gamma, and just always causing problems. Usually the talkers in class, you know, and it was just they just put them on Gamma, you know. Really didn't have anything to do with sports, you know, just all the misbehaviors. And then Kappa, you know, of course, would be just the consistent stalwart, faithful people.
I'm in good company because the only other person I have in this whole stack that was also on Gamma was Mr. Ryan Bogus.
Really?
Me and Mr. Ryan. And Jack Huckins. You were on Gamma as well? Holy cow, you're outnumbered. We will take you down for talking bad about Gamma. And all the Huckins children. There you go.
Really? That's all right. That's all right. If the Kappa, oh, a stunner of a shot. Is that in?
Oh, and he put it in. Yeah. Ivan Marquez.
Well, there you go. He gets his goal off the crossbar and bounces it in. Stunner of a shot. Is that in?
Oh, and he put it in.
And a stunner of a shot. Powerful shot from him. But you comment into the chat there. What is your favorite grade school team? And if it's Kappa, we'll make sure to give you a shout out. And if it's not, we'll just delete that comment real quick there.
I don't know. If I was any team but Gamma, I don't even know that I'd want to comment.
Okay. All right. Well.
So if there are no comments, we'll know why. They're just not Gamma.
Yes.
Just a little.
But in all honesty, I remember playing in grade school, and when I was in grade school, and same with John here, our principal was Brother Mike Sisson, and just a great man. He's in heaven now, watching on, but a great man, a great example for us guys. And now Brother Chip Dowdy, principal of the grade school, kind of helping run those teams now. But it's a lot of fun. It's just a fun atmosphere. Good for those guys to be able to get involved in. They play soccer. There's wrestling. There's basketball as well. And maybe even Miss Goodall does some track and field still with them. Yeah, so that's just good for those guys. A lot of fun.
Jack Huckins wants to show off the instant replay features. We're going to throw back to that last goal. That last goal, Ivan Marquez. Beautiful shot there a moment ago. Right off the top bar.
Because it was a real beauty. He's had a few close looks. But that one finally finding the mark. Here he is again on the ball. Looking to use his speed and strength on that right wing. He's got a few people waiting in the middle. Oh, and he finds Mason beautifully. Mason Wilkerson into the side netting and a goal. A goal for the tree, Mason Wilkerson. I believe that was Mason.
And here's the instant replay, John. That's
really. That's
Mason, at least you don't get the kick, but at least you get the goal. There you go. Work on that for
That's our producer for you, Mr. Jack Huckins, everybody. I don't know if we've given Luke Audis a shout out. Luke Audis, you see, getting some game time here in the second half. Number 23, the senior this year. Luke Audis. I'm trying to scan the field here. Looks like everyone else about the same. We've got some other seniors here. Daniel Webb is on this near side. He's a senior. Elijah Guzman on the far side of defense, also a senior. What a strong class. Curno back on the ball, near side to Luke Audis. Look to drive up the left side there. And still continues, sends someone, tries to send Deanda, but a bit too much for him. Again, you're watching the Hammond Baptist Kickoff Classic, and we hope you can come out and be a part of the action here in these next couple days. And really, as I walked up, John, I was very impressed. Really, for the first time that I can recall, we've got some Swordsmen merchandise for you.
Yeah.
With Mrs. Coffee, I believe, right? Just did an excellent job. We got a little tent here and some T-shirts and some hoodies and jackets and some. Let's see. I think I saw some inflatable beach ball, soccer ball. I saw all sorts of stuff down there. And that's an exciting little ad. As
Mark Audis
dribbles away past the keeper and in for number 10.
Yeah, John, we talked about him, a solid freshman there for the Swordsmen. And here he is making that run, puts it right past the keeper and puts it in. Thankful for the Daryl Audis. Daryl Audis, his dad. A huge contributor to HBTV, to everything, Hammond Baptist, HB Sports, and very thankful for him, for just his support of our program. John, you know how vital that is to have people like him just step in and support the program and help make it first class, and he is certainly one of those people, and thankful for him, and happy that Mark got a goal.
Now Swordsman up here, up big. And if the lead continues, John, or Brother Huckins there, maybe can we get a bracket up? So the Swordsmen hold on to win this one here. They're going to play what would be tomorrow. And they'll play at noon. And I can't quite see the bracket, but who's it looking like will be playing? Or maybe there's a game to happen still that decides that?
Yep. The next game after this, John, is our junior varsity versus Heritage.
Okay.
And Heritage, John, they always bring just a good squad, always physical. We play a similar style of just physical kind of boot ball soccer. And they're a tough team. They'll play our JV next. And then after that game, Crossroads and State Line play. And we'll play the winner of that 6 o'clock game.
So it sounds like a number of good teams in the tournament this year, and it's always fun to get some good competition. So
yeah, John, I'm excited to see what State Line brings. You know, from year to year, I know they enjoy soccer over there. Coach Andy Iglesias does just a great job with the guys. They're in our tournament every single year, and we'll go down or up to Michigan in a couple weeks for their tournament, and they always do just a great job hosting that. But from year to year, again, they got a decent program, and so to see those juniors stepping up, those sophomores stepping up, just like our guys, you know, it can be a big difference just from year to year as guys grow and develop and gain a little bit of experience. And so, between Crossroads and State Line, that'll be a good game, and we'll play the winner tomorrow at noon. And John, the school will be out for that. some grade school kids coming over for that. The junior high as well. So yeah, that'll be a good noon game tomorrow.
Wilkerson starting it and Santos finishing it. I believe that's a hat trick for Esteban Santos, and he looks like he just gave up a hat trick there. I don't know. He's I think the Swordsmen are past the celebrating after a goal in this game, at least. But that'll be 11-4 for the Swordsmen and a good take by Santos.
John, we got a close-up of our bench over there. Ryan Bagas got it queued up for us over there. We see the guys. We'll see some former alumni over there. You see Coach Dave Cowling there in the middle, talking things over with Dave Fernandez. You see Owen Coffey. My brother Joe Woosley working on something there all the way on the far right. You got Big D, Derek Judah.
Yes.
Ball boy representing us over there. Jaden Lemon, Adam Judah. John, you know what it's like putting a team together. And when I say team, I mean a team of people to help coach, or to help put something together. As you've taken that orchestra program and just tore it up. And this will be the only positive words you get out of me here live. But those of you got to come to maybe our noon game tomorrow. We'll get a national anthem out of our orchestra. But for sure, the pep band and our basketball games, they just do an incredible job. And Mr. Borsch here has really just taken our orchestra program to new heights. But that team, he's got a lot of good people that have stepped up and helped him.
Absolutely.
And I feel like Dave has done a similar thing in just bringing on just past alumni and good soccer players just to come be at practice, help the guys, teach them, train them. And it's nice that they're here at the games as well to just give us little bits of advice and wisdom from the sidelines.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, but if you ask me and you ask Dave, we tell you the same thing. We'll do our best, but to have that host of people, that care enough about the program to be here, that says a lot, to take time out of their schedule. And I know looking across that sideline on each of those, they have things to do, but taking time out of their schedule, and the same thing, of course, for those that help with orchestra. Couldn't make it happen without them. Just a lot of good people. But that's really the case all around our school, John. We're blessed to work with a lot of great people, and that's a blessing to be able to do. Goal kick for the Overcomers, as we're looking at about 20 minutes left in this one here. And maybe you can see on the far side the JV for the Swordsmen warming up and getting ready to go. They play this very next game, slotted to start at 4:30. So we'll be exciting to see them. Some younger high school guys, as well as some junior hires, I believe, on that team. But that'll be exciting to see them. Good experience for them playing against these older guys in this high school tournament. So stay tuned there. Stay tuned there. Make sure to comment in. Tell us who you're cheering for. And we'll work to give you a shout out there. Here are the Overcomers. On the near side. Had it for a little bit. But defense just not allowing anything to happen there. Connor Lemon back in the game. He's got a few options. Going to find Luke on the near side. Got his pocket picked there. And here come the Overcomers. By the way, shout out. We're doing a bunch of shout outs. That's just fine. Shout out to Mr. James Goodall. And you'll see just on the screen right now just the beautiful field here. And I believe he may have had some help with Brother John Williamson, maybe came out and helped as well for many years. I don't know if that actually happened. I know Brother Huckins, that did not happen. Okay, Brother Huckins was making a joke earlier. Shout out to Brother Williamson as well. Like, he has done it for many years. But no, James Goodall did an excellent job getting the field ready. And looking rather green, freshly cut. And so far we haven't seen any crazy skips as far as the ball hitting a gopher hole or something. And that's usually can be the case with a tricky field like this. But, He's doing a great job.
Yeah, John, he was out here this morning. I was watching him. He was pulling this big, like, weighted roller around the field, trying to flatten out, any high spots or little mole hills. And, man, maintaining a field like this is a ton of work, especially when it's not just a soccer field,
Right, absolutely.
It's PE. It is Little League baseball.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been here during the summertime, there's fences that divide this field up into multiple baseball fields, and he sets them up, takes them down, and eliminates pitcher's mounds and second base and third base and first base. So I don't know about you, but, man, sometimes those guys, all they do in center field is just pull grass. So you got random dirt spots.
The bane of Mr. Goodall, those center fielders that just pulls grass. But, no, it looks great. And, John, you really can't tell. Like, you would think that the field's just ready for soccer.
Yep.
And he does a great job, but a hard worker there. And if you come on the campus, I mean, he's got a lot more to do than soccer field. There's a lot of grass to cut, a lot of bushes and things to trim, mulch to put in. He just does a great job. Probably does the work of 3 people, honestly, and takes care of that himself. Just a hard worker and does a great job. Coming up on that far side, wheels like you wouldn't believe. I believe that's James Carreno heading it to himself, but just too far and out of reach. I don't know. That may have been Isaac Vargas there, I believe. But showing some lightning speed there. Some of those guys, John, I'd love to see someone in the midfield just hit a ball and let one of those guys run, and surely we could win in a race.
Yeah, I'd love for it to be Dave. When Dave gets back in there at forward, just let him fly.
Yes. And here he is. He may put on the wheels here, number 17. He's kind of bulldozing his way through there. If you want to get in the way, go ahead and try. I'm going to keep on going.
I appreciate that style of play, John, because that's how I play. Like there is not much finesse or footwork, but I could just run forward and try to run over anybody in my way, and that's how Dave plays, and I love it.
And you still do that to this day, and just walking down the hallway.
Yeah, just bulldozing people. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Good save there by the keeper, Dave Michalski, the aforementioned bulldozer. Had a chance for glory. There's Mason Wilkerson getting a lot of minutes this second half. He's already had at least 1 goal. Oh, Dave Michalski with a cheeky little move. Right foot outside the box, skies it. Would have been a good field goal attempt, perhaps, but soccer a bit too much. Now, John, ask me another one of them questions here. I think the folks are clamoring for one.
Yeah, no doubt.
I was wrong the first time. I was close, I think.
Hey, so one of the questions. One of the questions as Mason Wilkerson 1v1 on the keeper. Keeper wins. John, out of all these guys out here, we asked the team who would win in an arm wrestling competition. Okay. What kind of names you got? Who do you think would win, first of all?
Okay.
And then what other names do you think are in the mix?
Sure. Well, as you had mentioned, I believe there are some sneaky strong guys on this team. So there might be a surprise. But if you say anyone other than Elijah Guzman, I think that was just silly of you. I think Elijah Guzman walks home with that trophy. But
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not done. Don't interrupt me.
Okay.
I think, someone like a Daniel Webb would give him a run for his money. And then also, these Michalski boys, again, I mean, they are just wired to win that way. So I would not be surprised to see them in a championship or playoff, but I've just got to give it to Elijah Guzman there. I think he comes home with the gold there for the arm wrestling. Ouch.
And, John, most of the team agrees with you.
Excellent.
And you're right. Most of the team put Elijah Guzman. James Carreno, he did not. He did not put Elijah Guzman.
Did he put himself?
He put himself. He said me.
After he drank that protein shake, it might just be him. So.
Connor Lemon said no, which I don't think you read the question.
Did he say no to who would win the arm wrestling? Well,
many said Elijah. John, we got a couple votes for Matthew Swain.
Really?
In the mix here.
That's interesting. He may be one of those sneaky strong guys.
Ryan Bogus put Mark Murhowski.
Okay.
And we got a couple votes for Dave Murhowski.
Okay, very
Dave
good.
Murhowski. So if we put this to the test, I'd love to see Dave Murhowski. Oh, wow. Dave just blasted that one.
He's got a leg at least.
Wow.
But he was offside anyways.
You ever seen the Indian leg wrestling? You ever seen that Indian wrestling?
Yeah,
I believe.
hook the leg. Yeah, when you're on your back and then yeah.
Oh, that's a good time. I played that.
You've done that with our producer.
No, not with our producer. I'd love to see him do that.
You know, he'd do well. But
oh man, for sure.
But go ahead. Who?
No, with some my brother-in-law Dalton from Tennessee.
Ah, yes.
And he had some of his Tennessee boys from down in Tennessee that are just farm strong. They tore me up. My leg hurt for the next week. Oh, that was a good time though. Here's Mason on the run. Mason Wilkerson. Oh wow.
Kind of just bundling into people there. Centers it for nobody. Didn't have much support there on offense. You know, Mr. Woods, I would like to see that tape of you losing at something like that. That'd be very enjoyable. Oh my goodness. Murhowski.
John, I think you went with the outside of his foot.
He did there. That is a tricky little business, and he hit it well.
Wow.
But because of that spin, kind of just spun it right off a goal. But it looked good. It looked good. A good shot.
John, again, these Murhowski guys, they watch soccer.
Yes.
You know, so to do something like that, they've seen it done 100 times. They've done it themselves in FIFA 100 times, you know?
Yes.
But, man, so I appreciate the little arsenal of tricks in the bag there from the guys.
And it's a big help. To be clear, you can't just watch soccer and be good, because if that were the case, I would be out there right now. But to be good at soccer and to watch some soccer, just to know, John, the positioning and obviously you could learn some little tricks and different ways to handle the ball there, but definitely helps, and they enjoy watching it and they enjoy playing the game, and it certainly shows when they're out here. Mark is looking pretty bored back here. He's in his neon shirt and he's got some neon gloves. Now those are different gloves than he was showing me the other day.
Ryan, can we get a close up there on our keeper there? He's pacing back and forth.
Pacing like a lion in his cage there. But you've got the neon goalkeeper shirt, which I believe is a Manchester United. And if you're wondering, I don't know how close we can get up on the jersey there. Okay, so soccer teams, instead of having, like you're used to in baseball or something, where you have the main logo of your team, soccer teams have sponsors as the main thing. Okay. So if you're wondering why he has a Chevrolet on his jersey there, that would be why. Chevrolet was the sponsor that year, at least, of his favorite team, Manchester United. But he's looking good at least. But not too much action for Mark. I don't think he's had to make a save. I know he's come out and got the ball a few times.
Yeah, look, but he's sitting down stretching
he's just stretching now.
Oh, Mark.
Some subs coming in for both teams for the Swordsmen. Looks like Jeff Woosley and Esteban Santos coming back in the game. And Soccer John, maybe you could speak a little bit to this, but I was just talking to Mr. Goodall earlier, speaking of, and he said this version of the field is the widest it's ever been. I know we cleared out some of that far side. We had taken down the fence over there and this near side, I think. But the soccer field is a very large field. And I don't know if you can tell that just watching online there, but you are doing a lot of running in soccer, probably more so than any other sport that at least that we'll play here. So you've got to be in some good condition to play soccer.
Yeah, John, I mentioned earlier that this is also a baseball fields. So the thing that kept us from widening the field, and even just, John, bringing it closer to the stands. If you remember a couple years ago, I felt like you could sit in the stands, but you could really, feel like there's 100 feet till you hit the sideline, and so everybody would bring their chairs, and it was kind of pointless to sit in the bleachers and watch the game.
Oh dear!
So
trouble.
You mentioned
That's
Mr.
right,
Goodall. He took out one of the whole benches
Uh-huh.
and took out part of a fence just so he could bring the field a little bit closer. And so now it is a little bit wider, but it's also more importantly just closer to the stands, so you can sit in the stands like a normal person
Yeah,
and
right,
watch the
right, right.
game, you know. So, yeah, certainly making things better around here.
So yeah, when you come here, we've got some bleachers for you, so you can either be in the bleachers or we've got a bit of a chair brigade on the front line here. Now it's a dangerous game you're playing if you're in one of those folding chairs. You never know when Daniel Webb is going to come flying at you, but that's all part of the fun and the action there. So either you can have a seat on the bleachers or you want to bring a folding chair and take your life in your hands a little bit. You're more than welcome to do that. But soccer, just a different environment, John, than a basketball game, and it's I love watching soccer. There's not as much scoring usually as this game here, but it's just a different level of tension. When when the chances of scoring are worth that much more because there are so few goals usually. But it's just a fun time. So if you're able to come out and be a part of it, I really think you would enjoy it. You can come up here and say hi to us in the booth here. We'll give you a shout out. We will not give you a mic, but that's all right. You can say hi to our famed producer, Brother Jack Huckins. You'll be able to see now I want you to picture, if you haven't seen Brother Huckins before, I want you to picture what he looks like. And when you come up here, just see if it matches the image you have for him in your head. But Brother Woosley, how would you best describe, and we have the privilege to just look over at our producer, but for those that do not have that privilege, how would you best describe Brother Jack Huckins?
Oh man, he is a bundle of joy built like a bear. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. A bundle. Are you offended by me saying that? I think that's a.
I think that was a compliment, actually.
I'm just glad you said bear, not whale.
Oh, there you go. With a goatee. A bear. Can bears have goatees?
We'll see.
They're
Bears
all
are
fur.
covered in fur.
Right.
I don't know if they.
Oh,
can
but he's
have
got a full beard. Holy cow! He grew it just. Wow.
One of those guys when he shaves, he looks like he's in high school again. So he can take off about 50 years of his life. I'm kidding. Just a few minutes here left in the game. Swordsmen holding on to the lead here. Looking like, again, they will play that winner of State Line and Crossroads. Was it, John?
Yep.
Tomorrow at
noon.
tomorrow at noon.
Yep.
And that State Line Crossroads game, if you want to watch, as that's offside before the ball was put in the net. But if you want to watch who the Swordsmen will be playing, John, State Line Crossroads, they play at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock
Yeah.
tonight. And that game will be on HBTV
Yes,
for
sir.
them to watch.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
And you can hear the golden voice commentate that game. Make things interesting.
Mr.
Keep it
Josh
interesting.
Conger will be here.
Oh, man. We love Josh. And he is going to be here for the championship game.
All right, very good.
Josh Conger, one of the biggest HB fans you'll ever meet.
Yes.
And he loves these guys. The guys love him. And certainly here on HBTV, man, come basketball season, he is the voice of the Swordsmen. And what a guy. And he'll be here for the championship game. The championship game is tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So hopefully the Swordsmen are in that championship game, John. Josh will be here, guys. Hopefully ready to go. But got to take care of business first tomorrow at noon. So if you're not already following us on Instagram at True Blue Sports, then we'll keep things updated on stories there, so you don't have to just watch the live stream all day. And you can tune in there, follow us there, just to make sure, to see if the Swordsmen win that noon game tomorrow. See who will be in the championship at 7. as well Hammond Baptist Athletics on Facebook. So we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook. We can see several watching on YouTube, a few on Facebook. So if you want more convenient to watch somewhere else, feel free there. If the captions, John, a couple people have mentioned about the captions. You can turn the captions on or off if those are bothering you. Those are not from us. Sometimes they're just auto-generated and they automatically pop up there. So go into your settings and turn those off if they're a bother to you. Here's Jeff. We just got 3 minutes to go here in the game.
Are you saying they subtitle us? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Auto-generated subtitles.
But I don't think they catch some of these fancy words that we use, like Mod Podge. I would like to see what they do for that, actually. Mod Podge. You text us in, tell us what they do. Little nutmeg. Mason Wilkerson on the break, number 7. He's getting a bit nervous. Finds Vargas. They've got all sorts of numbers forward, and make a bundle of it there. Come again from our producer, Mod Podge is what now?
There's a thing called Mod Podge,
Puzzle glue. Like you buy this Mod Podge to put your to paint your puzzle with if you want to glue it. There you have it, folks. Where can you get Mod Podge, Brother Jack? Do we have a shout out? Michael's, any craft store, to go get some Mod Podge there. You never know where we'll go. We're up by a little bit. We're really delving into the depths here, Mr. Woosley. That's just fine.
Yeah, no, I dozed off there for a second. Are we done talking about Mod Podge?
No,
Oh,
Mason Wilkerson with an absolute bullet. Lollipop.
just a bit outside.
High arcing shot. Our producer here is really wanting a mic. He's getting in on the action if you can hear him. And I believe our producer. What was that? Mark Marhalski. Can we get a Mark Marhalski? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on his fist, ladies and gentlemen. Now we didn't catch that full bit. He had to do at least 20 or 30 there.
Woo!
And look at him. He's fine. He's about to go again. But here on the other side of the field, Mason Wilkerson. Hey-yo! Mason Wilkerson. That's got to be a couple for him just this game. And Mark wants to be a part of it. I would like to see him on offense one of these games. But I'm sure as the games go along, Mark will be getting some more action at goalie there. But until then, he'll be doing push-ups. And there is the time. And a bit of a lopsided score for the Swordsmen, beating the City Baptist Overcomers. So again, join us really right after this. Start time of 4:30 if we're on time there. We've got the junior varsity for the Swordsmen playing next. So absolutely stay tuned for that. The 6 o'clock game, John, that you had mentioned, Crossroads and State Line. Be sure to tune in there to watch who will play the Swordsmen. And that game is tomorrow at noon.
Yep.
Okay, so tune into that if you can make it. Absolutely come and have a good time. Hear the pep band for a little bit, the national anthem there, and have a snack, maybe get a Swordsman t-shirt. But we'd love to have you out here to join us. So again, your final, a lot to a little. It's been Mr. Borsch, Mr. John Woosley. Signing off for now. We'll see you in just a bit.